These young people who are just trying to get on the ladder have to make a binary choice. Do they go property or crypto? They're all going crypto. And they'll be sitting around saying, am I going to go to a bank and try and explain to them every single penny I made? Or am I just going to buy Bitcoin, put it in cold storage, and go enjoy my life in Thailand? The youth coming up is going to naturally continue to push Bitcoin to the moon, and I think property is going to have a problem.
Look, you can love Andrew Tate, hate him, whatever, but the binary choice he talked about, property or crypto, that's real for a lot of people my age. For my whole generation, it often feels like option A, work 10 plus years, pray house prices don't double again, and then sign up for a 30-year mortgage you can breathe inside. And option B, say screw it, keep renting, and try to exit the matrix with high volatile assets like crypto. And the crazy part, there's actual academic research now showing that's exactly what's happening, and it has direct consequences for Bitcoin and altcoins. So in this video, I'll show you why Gen Z is shifting into high-risk assets, the academic research that explains this behavior, what this means for Bitcoin, altcoins, and the future of the market, and most importantly, how not to become another degen casualty. Part 1. It's not your latte, it's the math. We've all heard the old classic boomer line. If you'd stop buying Starbucks and avocado toast, you'd have a house by now. Yeah. No, what actually changed is the ratio. For our parents in a lot of places, a starter home cost maybe 2-3 years of a normal salary if you went full goblin mode on savings. Today, in many capitals, that same basic apartment is more like 15 to 20 years of your entire pre-tax income. Take Prague as one example. To buy a pretty average 70 square meter apartment there, you're looking at something like 15 to 18 years of the average salary. London, around 20 years. New York, around 15 years. And that's even not a luxury penthouse, that's just a flat. Our parents' generation got cheap property and expensive information. No internet, no YouTube, no AI, and you had to pay in time and money to learn anything about finance, from books, from newspapers, and other stuff. We get the opposite. Expensive property and almost free information. You can learn about money, cycles, crypto, macro from your phone. If we ignore that advantage and just scroll memes, that part is on us. So your parents are like, we bought our first house at 27, what's your excuse? And you're like, my excuse is 2025. For them, a 30-year mortgage felt more like a stability. For us, locking in 30 years feeling like walking voluntarily into a prison cell. So when Tate talks about the binary choice, property or crypto, he's exaggerating of course, but he's not talking out of nowhere. For many of our parents, option A, buy a house, was pretty realistic. And for us, that sounds like a meme. That's where the research comes in, the I give up switch. There's a set of studies that basically describe our whole generation without even using the word crypto. They split people into 3 groups. Homeowners, already in the game, hopeful renters, they believe that if they save hard, they might buy one day. And discouraged renters, looked at prices and said, yeah, this is never happening to me. And that third group is where things get wild. Once people mentally cross into I'm never owning anything anyway, they start to save less, push less at work, and reach for more risk, including things like crypto. Not because they're stupid, that's what happens when the system gives you goals you can reach, then blames you for not reaching them. Part 3. Let's make it concrete. Imagine 2 30-something renters. Same city, same salary, same rent. Same 20k saved. Renter A still hopeful. They think, this sucks, but if I keep grinding, save aggressively, maybe partner up, maybe move a bit further out, we can buy something in 7-10 years. So they push for promotions, say no for a lot of lifestyle upgrades, and invest, but mostly in safer stuff. There's still a believable goal that makes sacrifice feel worth it. And renter B already gave up. They think, if I double my income and live like a monk, I'm still locked out. Game over. So they spend more now, at least let me enjoy something, stop caring about climbing the career ladder, and when they do invest, it's maximum risk. Meme coins, leverages, and YOLO trades. Fast forward 30 years. Renter A might still be renting in some countries, but they probably have assets, investments, and options. Renter B reaches the same age with no house, no serious savings, not because they were dumb, but because they mentally checked the box. Ownership is impossible for me. Zoom out, and that's where a lot of data is showing. Once people give up on ever owning, they don't become super disciplined investors. They just stop playing the responsible game. Part 4, where crypto walks in. Now let's add crypto to that picture. If you're renter B, discouraged, priced out but not poor, your menu looks like this. Controversial path. Work, save, buy index funds. Best case, retire at 65 still renting but not starving. High variance path, take a chunk of your capital and aim for asymmetric upside. Startups, leverage, and obviously crypto. From a cold rational standpoint, if your baseline expectation is playing it safe guarantees I never own anything, then it's actually rational to increase risk. That's where renters with some savings are statistically more likely to speculate, more likely to buy volatile assets like crypto, and less likely to follow the classic 60-40 boomer portfolio. Crypto becomes the only visible shortcut in the game that feels rigged. For decades, the number go up dream was property. You buy a house, hoping the next generation overpays you for it. If that next generation stops playing, more and more capital starts hunting for other hard assets, gold and digital gold like Bitcoin. Part 5, my reality. I'm not some professor sitting in an office checking charts, and I'm just a guy who's living in Europe, traveling, renting. I don't own property, I build online projects and stack crypto through cycles. To an older generation, that sounds irresponsible. For example, my parents, grandparents often say me, why don't you settle down, get a mortgage, or buy something safe? Because for a lot of us, safe is not real anymore. Salaries don't keep up with asset prices, housing is a moving target. So instead of one job, one salary, and one pension, our generation is doing multiple income streams, location flexible, and high-risk investments. Part 6, when crypto instead of property becomes scope. And here's where a lot of people get wrecked. Saying I buy crypto instead of a house can mean two completely different lives. Version 1, rational high variance strategy. You look at the housing math in your country, you focus on skills and income first, you allocate a portion of your net worth to high risk assets like crypto with an actual plan. You still save, learn, take profits in bull markets, and keep your lifestyle under control. And in bull market, you're not just selling to other broad zoomers, you're exiting into real demand. ETFs, funds, late boomers. That's rotation, not a closed bubble. Here, crypto is a tool. And version 2, full cop degen mode. No saving, no skills upgrade, no plan, just all in meme coins, 50x leverage. This time for sure. Every dip, bro, this is just a shakeout, we're so back. And every pump, I'm never selling, we're going to the moon. That's not fighting the system, that's volunteering to be exit liquidity. If you have 2 grand to your name and it's all in random casino coins, you're not opting out of the matrix, you're just playing the same game on hard mode. Part 7, the more realistic playbook. So how do you navigate all of this without becoming either a bitter renter or a full-time degen? Here's how I think about it. That's not a financial advice, just my framework. Step 1, brutal housing math. Forget TikTok, guys. Look at prices where you actually want to live. Your current and realistic 5-10 year income, down payments, interest rates, taxes. If the numbers say, with discipline I could buy something in 7-10 years, cool. Property can be a midterm goal, but if the numbers say 0 chance without a miracle, stop torturing yourself with my first house by 30. Park the goal for now. Maybe you revisit it later when your income explodes. Step 2, pick a real target for your 20s and 30s. If not a house, then what? Net worth target, monthly online income goal, specific level of freedom, capital to start or buy a business. You need a goal big enough that sacrifice feels worth it. Otherwise you drift into everything is pointless, I just enjoy today. The exact discouraged renter pattern from the research. Step 3, skills and income are the engine. The engine is not your Binance account. The real engine is skills you build, value you provide, leverage you get from code, content, media, sales, system, whatever. Your job, side hustle, or business is what produces cash flow. Right now we live in this weird paradox. It's harder than ever to make money from scratch, but it's easier to grow money when you already have some. You can't just open a tiny shop and beat Amazon, but if you can build skills, stack capital, and not blow up, you can use tools like crypto to grow up faster than any previous generation. Step 4, use crypto as asymmetric upside, but not a personality. My approach looks like this. Keep living cost reasonably, build online cash flow I control, allocate a percentage of my savings into crypto for long-term thesis. Use bull markets to pull out my money and use it for my lifetime goals. And in worst case, I still have skills, income, and options. And best case, a few good cycles can pull my timeline forward by 5 to 10 years. That's very different from I have 2K to my name and I'm gonna put it all in on futures with 100x leverage. So property or crypto? For a lot of people my age, it's not about property or Bitcoin. Its property isn't even on the menu right now. So what do I do instead? Some people choose pure consumption. Some choose cope degen mode. A small percentage choose skills, online leverage, cash flow, and things like crypto with a calculated risks. You don't have to worship Bitcoin. You just have to admit that one job, one mortgage, one pension script wasn't written for this world. The system might be unfair, but you still choose how to respond to it. If any of this sounded like your life, drop a comment below with your country and how housing versus crypto looks like where you live. Watch next my Millionaire by 25 episode. It's banger video where I explain how I'm planning to save to invest in crypto to get to the $1 million by 25. Right now I'm 20 though. It's very interesting and I'm showing the whole path. And if you want more content where we mix some real data, real stories, and real crypto strategy, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with your friend who also stuck with Rent Forever or Gamble Everything loop. This is David, Walk into Crypto. See you in the next one. Peace.